These are my June empties, and something that you may have never considered before is that your empties actually can show you how committed you are to your routines. If you're new here, hi, my name is Miss Megan. I've been doing makeup for 15 years. 13 of them I worked for MAC, and I am no stranger to finishing products that I love. In this video, we're gonna go through my June empties, and I'm gonna share with you the 3 reasons why you might not be hitting pan. So please keep on watching. So the things that you finish in your makeup routines are the things that you're committed to. You're either committed to that product or you're actually committed to the routine, meaning every single day you, give or take, you've developed some type of habit somewhere. If you're constantly like cycling through different products, never really finishing anything, that's gonna indicate that like there is something that's not complete about your routine, or you're actually not committed to doing whatever it is that you say you're gonna do. You could say like, hey, I wanna do my self-care every single day, so I wanna make sure I do my skincare routine, but then you only end up just washing your face. You're gonna go through your cleanser and burn through that, and then you're gonna have all these other skincare items that are sitting. When you hit pan on something, that's like, that is strength in your routine. That's you committing to yourself, to the routine, and finishing that product, and it's so satisfying. And if you have a bunch of like half-empty products that you're not using and you haven't touched in a few months, there's really no reason to keep holding on to those because you haven't touched them. What is possibly going to change? If you were really going to change something, you would have done it by now. So just get rid of that product. And that declutter is going to feel so good. First things first, this is the Quick Tease from Redken. This is the back combing finishing spray, but I actually use this as hairspray. And I was actually obsessed with the smell. Oh my God, there's still some left. I'm gonna put in my hair. Oh God, I love this smell. I don't know if this is still made. And again, I have other hairsprays. So when my hairspray ran out, I just said, Megan, use this as hairspray. If it works well, just finish it. And I did, and I loved it. I really love Redken products. And then I already bought a backup of this, but this is the Sebastian Thermal Protectant and Sparkle Complex. So I put this in my hair when it's wet. I went through this really fast, which I don't mind. I also love the smell of this. And I use the Sebastian hairspray as well. So it's a really nice pairing. This was supposed to be in the previous empties video. It just fell out of the container. It fell out of the bag. But this is the Pravage Multi-Restorative Soft Cream. So I was using this at night. It was one of these like push things. I love Pravage. I've been using Elizabeth forever. Say whatever you want about it. I really like my skin. That was given to me. I finished the lavender loose powder. I love this loose powder. This is my favorite loose powder ever. I would like it in a bigger container. I love the color. I love the finish. I love how it looks on my skin. It gives brightness and kind of like amps up. My skin's not dull, but it just adds this like brightness and glow on top of my foundations, and I love it. Okay, this isn't technically empty, but the pump broke and I'm just so irritated about it that I threw it in the bag. So I was like, no, I've had enough. This was also sent to me. This is from Pharmacy. This is the Green Clean Cleansing Balm. I hated the smell at the beginning, and then I just kind of got used to it. I do love cleansing balms, cleansing oil. I just prefer oils. I like how they feel when they break down, but again, nice. Serumizer, big fan. I've gone through so many bottles of these. I always am going to use this every single morning. I do think I'm going to start using it at night again. I wasn't, because I was tired of taking it back and forth from like makeup desk to the bathroom. So I might open a second one and just have it in there, because I do have a couple backups. But Serumizer changed my life. Ha ha! Look at that. I love this primer. I was at MAC yesterday. I bought 2 Fix Plus backups and a Folio lipstick. And I was like, Megan, just buy another one of these. But like, I technically don't need it because it's the summer right now. And I used Face Protect instead. So satisfying, so satisfying, so satisfying. I love this. Super juicy, plump, sexy skin. I cannot wait for the winter, even the fall, to whip this bad boy back out. I could still use it technically, but again, because it's not a priority product for the summer, I'm okay. Secret number 2 is that your empties can reveal like where you're prioritizing yourself. And that can literally be anything. So if you're buying stuff and you're like not hitting pan on it, and it's a specific type of product, that's telling you like you're hesitating about something. And it could be as simple as like that step in your makeup routine you actually don't have time for. So you actually need to wake up a little bit earlier to be able to incorporate that. Or maybe you're only going through skincare products because you don't care about makeup. But you have to ask yourself, like, why don't you care about makeup? Is it because you don't have the skill to do it, or you don't have the right product to do it, or you don't think that you can do it? Like, there's so many other things that if you just spent like 1 extra second thinking about it, it's going to tell you and reveal a lot more than just, again, the product itself. It's going to talk to you about you and you about your habits. The stuff that you've hit pan on consistently, maybe there's like when you look at them, and again, instead of thinking of it from like a consumer standpoint where you're like, oh my God, yay, I hit pan, Project Pan 2025. These are my favorites. And keeping it in that realm versus saying like, oh, the stuff I hit pan on all is cream product. So maybe the things that I don't like in my other makeup, I need to see if there's a cream alternative. Maybe everything you hit pan on had a matte finish, and that's actually telling you, oh, I actually feel like my skin is a little bit oily, so I have a matte finish. Now I can look at my skincare and be like, am I even using the right stuff? Like, that is how you think about makeup, and that's how you keep things focused on yourself as opposed to the product and as opposed to like what the next hottest thing is. So I used to dig stuff out just because I was like, why wouldn't I? But I just own so much makeup that I'm like, it's fine, I can part ways with it. I also lost the lid to this. This is the NC60 Soft Matte Foundation Stick. This is one of my ultimate cream contours. I loved this shade. I think I have one, I think empty one left, or one new one left. And I so badly want to open it, but I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. Just get through the stuff that you have. Also, by the way, if you like talking about makeup, you like learning about makeup, I have a free school community platform. The link is in my description. I've set it up in a way so that you guys know how to approach makeup, how to do your own makeup, and making your everyday makeup really intentional. So make sure you join at the link in my description. But now back to one tidbit about myself. I think that there's like this subconscious messaging that can happen to yourself. If you don't want to open something that's new, you don't want to replace the thing that you have, you want to scrape this out to get all of it out, I think it can subconsciously make you think you're not worth the new thing or the fresher thing. An example I can kind of give that might make a little bit more sense is like when you save your best stuff for a special occasion, you're signaling to yourself that on a regular day, you are not the best, you are not a special occasion. And that's just simply not true. You are going to show up differently when you start using all of those special candles, special body sprays, special this, special that, like whatever it is. Like, stop waiting for the special occasion to happen and just make every single day the special occasion. There's literally no such thing as the future. The only moment that matters is the actual present moment that you are living in this very second. So this imaginary event that you have 6 months from now that doesn't exist and may never exist, but you have this like really expensive perfume that's going to sit there on your shelf and rot. What are you doing? Put it on. Why? Because you're nervous that because it's expensive, you won't be able to buy it again, but you already bought it once. You're gonna buy it again. So that's something that I like strongly believe in, and I think that you guys should think about that. It doesn't mean that you go run out and you start buying a bunch of stuff. It's like, what is in your home right now that you're avoiding using because of a special occasion? Please. I spray perfume on myself before I go to bed. Why? Because why wouldn't I? I give a spritz. I smell good. I go to bed. I have sweet dreams. Like, do you know what I'm saying? This took me a year to finish. Probably expired. Oh, it expired January 1st, 2025. It's from Lush. This is the Whoosh Shower Jelly. Also, side note, number one, I love how this smells. Number two, what happened to all of those videos on TikTok of people cutting up all their Lush stuff into a sifter to make their baths? Because I loved watching those. Shower jellies are like one of the most impossible things to use. I don't need to say anything about this. This is a beauty blender and I'm never gonna use it. Lashes, another Elizabeth Arden product. This is the Visible Brightening Cica Glow Concentrate. So it was like 2 phases, so you like would shake it. I would put this down every single night and then put the Elizabeth Arden, like a ceramide essence on top of it. And that was my nighttime routine. And same thing, I had been sitting on this. I'm like, Megan, just use it. And I actually really love how my skin looks with it. And again, that is actually something I would rebuy, but I have skincare. I don't need to rebuy it. If I use part of like whatever new skincare I have and my skin started to shift in a way I didn't like, then 100% that, no more, and I would go back to that. I'm still struggling with parting ways with this, okay? I loved Marc Jacobs Beauty. I swear to God, if it still existed, I'm almost positive it would be a benchmark brand for me. The Youthquake Cream, the Coconut Primer, the Dewdrops, the eyeliners, the lip gloss. I loved that brand. So this was Dewdrops. I feel like I have to keep it just because it's a relic to me now, but I just need to show that I was no longer using it. It's not as runny as it used to be. Love it, lock it in. I just get really frustrated when the spritz doesn't come out correctly. This was the Gosh Brow Lift Lamination Gel. I actually really like this. It was a lot thicker and had more of an extreme hold that felt like hairspray or hair gel. Folio lipstick for contour. I no longer enjoyed the feel of this. This is the Elizabeth Arden SPF 20 Nourishing Lip Balm. I just didn't like how it felt. And then I couldn't really sharpen this anymore. And I think I left the cap off. So it was a little bit drier, but this is the Black Onyx pencil from Melt, which is the best. Secret number 3, you're picking like hype over developing habits. When you're buying product versus using it, you're satisfying like your adrenaline for the whole shopping experience. I've talked about this in other videos too, where like it's so excited, you get hyped on the products, you get hyped on the purchase, you're like putting your like thingy in your cart, and then it's that anticipation that you have this new makeup item coming, and then the makeup item shows up, and then that cycle dies and you like look for that hit again. Getting excited about practicing and getting better at something and developing habits is way better. Constantly buying more product. When you start to own too much product and you start to visually see it, like it's even the same thing for me between like receiving PR, all the products I got from MAC, my own personal collection of stuff that I was buying. And like, obviously this is my career, so it's like a little bit different, but even for me, I'm like, oh God, please get it out of my face. So then you start keeping things that you're not impressed by. So I keep going back and forth between keeping these. These are Milani. And the fact that I can't decide should be an indicator that like I don't need them, because I should be, it should fall in line with like a benchmark something, right? It should hit like the other products do. Milani and e.l.f. are probably my 2 favorite drugstore brands. So I can't find a reason to really keep these. And when I think about like, if I never use these again for the rest of my life, am I gonna like, is it the end of the world? No, not necessarily. So that's why I think they're getting the official goodbye. So this is the thing. This Makeup Artist Forever stick just started kind of crumbling in the container, which made me upset because I actually enjoyed it. They do have more of a powder finish to them. Now, I don't know if I damaged them when I was depotting it, but because I have my Folio lipstick as a benchmark, I'm not dying to keep this. So I would rather just get rid of it. This Milani gloss was sent in PR. I'm obsessed with the color, but it didn't 100% do what I wanted it to do when it went on. I tried it on with a different makeup look. That's why I'm like, so this is the same thing. See, I get on the fence with Milani all the time. So when I originally tried it on, it didn't fit with the makeup look I had. And in my brain, I said, okay, maybe you'll like it when you don't have other makeup on. I'm willing to give this one more chance. We're just gonna put that aside. And then these 2 from Melt, they're just the glitter eye gel and the duochrome eyeshadow gel. They just dried out. So do I want to keep them because like one of these is the Bailey collab? Kind of, but I'm not going to. So that's another thing too. Like, is this gloss one that's like so specific to a certain look that I don't think that I want to keep it? Let's just really quickly try it on with a lip liner. And again, I don't blame anybody for having the large collections that they do. The makeup industry has been crazy since 2016 with TikTok and then TikTok Shop, which you don't have in Canada, by the way, but I know that like the US and Europe has it. Yeah, so I don't blame you guys for being in these scenarios, but there's definitely like ownership and accountability that you guys can take amongst yourselves to help the situation. And I'm also in all of this not saying that you can never buy makeup ever again. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to get your benchmark brand so you know exactly what it is that you love. It's going to ensure that you guys are buying the things that you actually like, and it's going to be something that elevates your whole collection or elevates your whole look. And when you start to actually learn how to do your makeup and how to customize your makeup to you, and then when you ultimately do go to buy something, you've either not been buying stuff for a really long time, and then maybe you buy a couple items and you do like a little mini haul for yourself, but it's so intentional, and I promise you it's going to be so much more exciting than constantly buying new things every single day or every single drop. Okay, with Cool Spice, I actually really like this. Thank you for participating in this lip experiment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If this has opened up your mind to kind of looking at yourself, looking at your habits, looking at your routines, and looking at makeup a new way, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram, all under the same name at Miss Megan Robinson. Let me know what some of your June makeup empties were, and you're finally ready to restart your makeup journey, figure out what your benchmark brands are, make sure you head over to my Skool community. The link to join is in my description, and it's totally free to join. Don't be late for school, and until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.